Well met, YouTubers. This is the Jonin Monkey, welcoming you back to the Fire Emblem Sacred Stones playthrough, where today we start off on Chapter 2, The Protected. This is the world map screen. Basically, unlike the other previous Fire Emblem games, or at least as far as I'm aware, this game has the entire map of the continent where you can go around, revisit places, use their armories to buy weapons, and later on in the game, although not right now, you can revisit the maps and beat up some enemies for some cheap experience, but I'll be doing that off screen so that I can make my unit stronger without boring you all to tears. Anyway, last time, King Hayden had apologised for not being able to spare us any soldiers and has decided to give us the 3 people who happened to be in his castle that day. I mean, 3 trusted vessels who are now going to help Erika on her suicidal quest in order to find her brother, who is acting like a douche and is now... Sorry, not douche, and is basically fighting a hopeless battle in Gallardo for his own glory. Now, as we do this, Erika is now travelling southwards, hoping to avoid conflict by passing through some nearby villages. But since this is a strategy RPG and a video game, that's not going to happen. Chapter 2, The Protected, starts now. So yeah, basically, this is one situation which, as much as I love the Fire Emblem series, this comes up a lot. I have mapped this incredibly safe, very efficient route that will allow us to go straight through the borders without too much trouble. And as Mulder says, that is a very good route, provided that no one attacks us, which is basically code for that they're going to attack us, we're going to be delayed. Now, this scene kind of briefly sets up the basis of the personality for these two. Well, I say personality, neither of them are exactly what people you would take to a party. Vanessa's pretty much the one who's eager to please and will do her, is destined to prove herself. Mulder tends to be the killjoy. I don't know why they're describing her as sincere here, or why Mulder seems to go sincere. Yes, quite. I don't quite know what he's implying there, but anyway, we've got trouble. Bandits are now attacking the fort in the nearby villages. Oh noes! Yeah, don't try and remember these guys' faces. It's not like you'd want to anyway, but these guys, yeah, they're going to be killed off. Once they pull off... Well, it's not just the Fire Emblem series, it's practically any series. Bandits are always minor villains that you have to get killed off in the first few parts of a story. It's just how RPGs roll. So, yeah, this guy is going round destroying villages for his amusement. And here, we meet 2 people who are trying to protect the village. Ross and Garcia. Garcia is the one with the very, very thick beard. And Ross is the short one. And Ross is injured, but he's taken the Monty Python's Black Knight approach, which is, oh, just because I'm injured heavily injured doesn't mean I can't fight. But Garcia's having other ideas and trying to get him out. Now, Ross is actually pretty interesting because he's one of 3 special types of units that only appear in this game, which is a trainee. Or to be, well, he's a special type of trainee called a journeyman. Now, the trainee units, how they work in this game is, well, they get double the experience points, and they get double the experience points for every person they fight, but they're incredibly weak because of it. However, once they reach level 10, they can this isn't Pokemon, get promoted into several different types of units. I know it seems like a complete utter gibberish now if you haven't played this game before, but you'll see it in action later on in this playthrough, so don't worry about it. Alrighty, now we begin the chapter, and I'm sorry to say that I am still bound by the tutorial guiding me by the hand. Although later on I think it actually makes some rather stupid decisions, but yeah. Basically, it's teaching you how to rescue and heal units in this. So, basically, Vanessa is now kidnapping... Well, he says she's rescuing him, but let's be honest, she's kidnapping him from above. She's dragging him over here, and Mulder is now being told to move closer to... Yeah, for these 3 units were just being forced to guide them all. And now Erika is being moved into a village where we meet several more cliches. Sorry. Now, who is this sharply dressed person? Well, we'll find out in a second. Now, Erika's doing the usual thing of giving warning. And... yeah, she's basically saying, you're no peasant. No peasant wears fancy armour. A mercenary, eh? Arena, is it? There's more to you than that. Well, yes, pretty much. Practically every single time there's a mercenary in any RPG, there's always more to them than meets the eye. I'm sorry. Frankly, half of every single mercenary in RPGs has some basic secret. Obviously, I can't give any examples, otherwise that would be major spoilers of the game and people would hate me, but yeah. Anyway, point is, Erika now has a prophetic cover story of why she's wandering around the countryside in flashy armour and using a rapier, and which has somehow managed to fool the Gardo General, but frankly... to be fair, she was more concerned about the soldiers. Yeah, that general, I will keep her name secret for now, partially because I want to keep you on your toes, and partially because I've forgotten her name offhand. Anyway, the point is that is one of those generals, and she is the pacifist who kind of plays, well, she gets killed off screen or plays a small role. It's all depends on them. Depends on an event later in the game. Never mind. You'll see what I'm talking about later in the playthrough. Now, you may have noticed there was an other phase as well as the enemy phase. Basically, the green units like Garcia and Ross, because they are not on either side, they count as NPCs. So, whilst they don't exactly fight for you and you don't have any control over them, they can still get attacked by enemy units and they'll still move on their own. So until you've recruited them, they'll just do whatever the heck they want. However, they don't get any experience for it though. So at the moment, although Garcia is killing knights, he's also stealing potential experience from us. That evil little bearded bastard. Anyway. Yeah, this is Mulder using flashy effects to Ross, who is quite surprised. And Mulder's saying, yes, I don't do it again. Seriously, this isn't cheap. Now, like I said, although we have Erika now recruiting Ross, although Harry, which is again... taken hand in hand by the tutorial, although I would like to say the tutorial has done an absolutely stupid move. See, what I would have done personally in my situation was get Seth to take Ross off Vanessa first, then drop him. You see, what would have happened then was that we could not only heal Ross, but Vanessa could have rescued Garcia a lot quicker, and therefore we could have saved everyone much faster. But as it turns out, because we've done it the tutorial's way, Vanessa is now in harm's way, and she'll is about to get attacked by a bandit later on in this playthrough. Not only that, Garcia's rescue also takes will take a lot longer time, and he will steal experience from us, which is so. Basically, the tutorial is stupid, that's what I'm trying to get at. And we're now visiting villages to get their items. Although, having said that, this character that they mentioned, I'm not 100% sure who they refer to. There's someone later on in the game, I won't say who for spoilers, I'll point it out when we next see you, but it's never really explained who that person is. It just assumes you'll get it, which is kind of irritating, but man, it's only the pathetic excuse for the elixir. And Vanessa is now wounded because of the stupid tutorial. I mean, for God's sake, some people may say, well, it was me when you were in position to rescue Garcia, but for crying out loud, she's the Pegasus Knight. She has wings. so he can cover that distance with no problem whatsoever. But enough of my raving, I'm just bitter about the tutorial. And the control is finally given back to me, so I'll prove how much better I am with the tutorial next time, when we wipe out the rest of the bandits. See you then.